This is my Boardman gravel bike. It's a bike designed to do more than a road bike can do, but a bit less than a mountain bike. It fits in that category, sort of in between the two types of bike. So it's a road bike with fatter tyres, a little bit more capability on mixed surfaces. At the moment, these things are super trendy. They're also super expensive, but you might already own a gravel bike without even knowing it, because there's been a bike doing this job since the 90s. It's not as cool and as cutting edge and as trendy as a gravel bike, but the Humble Hybrid is a bike that sits between a mountain bike and a road bike, goes on mixed surfaces, clearance for 40C tyres, mudguards, rack mounts, adventure bike. So these two bikes can do the same thing, all weather, all surface adventure bikes. I've also got the doors here, which is from the early 90s. Again, clearance for 38 to 40mm tyres. This one's a steel frame. Basically a flat bar gravel bike, mounts for everything. All your bag mounts, all your accessory mounts, even the mid mounts there on the fork legs. Everything you would need really for an adventure bike. Now this bike I had to test ride last night. I took it on a little route that I go on quite regularly on my gravel bike, and it's like a little XC cut through. It's nothing super heavy duty, but it'll be too much for a carbon road bike, and this thing just flew through. It was such a comfy thing to ride. And thinking about it, the last 10 rides I've done on my gravel bike, this bike could have done. I mean, if you're going to go a bit more sort of extreme, you could obviously remove things like chain guards. I'd probably leave the rack. But yeah, you could take the chain guard off, that kind of thing. But this is the gravel bike that you've probably already got sitting in your shed, and they cost next to nothing. They're super cheap, they're super reliable, and it'll do everything. It'll do everything that your fancy new gravel bike will do. So it makes you wonder, do you actually need to splash the cash? Because I mean, if you think about what a gravel bike is, it's just an all-surface bike, isn't it? It's just a bike it's a road bike that does that little bit extra, and hybrids have literally been doing that job brilliantly since the 90s. So I mean, if you've got the budget for a gravel bike and you want to be bang on trend and that, then there's gravel bikes are out there. But these things are surprisingly capable all-surface bikes. You know, for touring and gravel and adventure, I'd be happy to take an old hybrid like this, or like this, which cost a fraction of the price. And like I say, chances are it's already in your shed. You know, you bought it in the 90s, you might have tried commuting to work, didn't enjoy it, and now you've got this all-surface adventure bike, which just doesn't have the trendy name of a gravel bike. Okay, it's flat bar, but flat bar gravel is quite a popular thing anyway at the moment. So just try it. You'd be surprised what you can push these things into doing. I mean, let's be fair, most gravel rides are not all that extreme, are they? It's a bit of gravel pathways, a bit of fire road, bit of light XC, and I'm telling you, you'd be amazed what your old hybrid will do. So yeah, could this be the gravel bike that you already own, rather than splashing the cash on a new fancy bike? Maybe just to go check the shed, or check your dad's shed or your granddad's shed, see if there's an old hybrid like this knocking about, and give it a whirl, see what I can do. You'll be really surprised at what you can get away with on these bikes. They're very, very versatile, very usable, and very cheap. As I say, you probably already have one.